What's up everyone? In today's video, I want to make it specifically for those people who may not know that they're runners yet, or for the ones who really want to start their running journey and start running but have no idea where to start. This could also be applied to a runner who has taken a significant amount of time off, whether it was because of an injury or surgery or some sort of life circumstance. That being said, I want to help you start your running career, offer some advice, offer some guidance, and by the way, if you are for some reason watching this video because you looked up how to start running or how to become a runner, go ahead and thank yourself for that, because that is an awesome first step for you in starting your running journey. You gotta be able to celebrate those little steps and those little wins throughout your running to keep you going and to build confidence as you move forward. For the sake of this video, I'm going to break this up into 4 weeks. So let's say you try running for a month, so 4 weeks, and I'll break it down week by week and how you'll slowly progress throughout the 4 weeks. So week number 1, if you are a runner starting from scratch, is going to include pretty much little to no running, but it's going to include a lot of walking, because it's really important to get your body used to the time on your feet before you really start pounding with all of those runs. And as you progress through the 4 weeks, that's when you start to add in a little bit of running here and there, so your body is prepared for you to run all the time without getting hurt. So I think walking honestly gets a really bad rep. I always find it incredibly humbling, especially going up hills. I think walking in general is just one of the best form of exercises that pretty much any athlete can do. About 3 to 4 walks, I would say, per week, so you can have those rest days to give your body the opportunity to recover. And for these walks, I would strive for no less than 20 minutes, just because you do want to start to build that foundation, so when you're ready to start adding in those intervals of running, you're good to go both physically and mentally as well. Hiking is also another great way to get that time on your feet. Got that elevation, you're working all the muscles in your legs, core, getting your heart rate up as well. Another good thing to do is to find a loop or a trail by your house, by where you live, wherever you want, that you can use as kind of a guide as you start to make your way through your running journey and you build your fitness. So maybe the first few times you do that loop, you can only make it walking, and then as you progress through the 4 weeks or through, you know, your journey throughout running, you're able to slowly run to a certain point in that loop, and eventually by the end your goal could be to run that entire loop or entire trail. Just kind of a fun, tangible way to track your progress, and also it kind of makes it fun during the run. A good example for what one of your sessions should look like in week number 1, you can pause this screen here. Week number 2, if you're doing about 4 walks a week, I would say it's time to start implementing some running into about 2 or 3 of them. This is gonna look like interval training here, because you wanna give yourself a mental and physical break in between your runs to recover, and then you'll build and build and eventually have no walking in between. I recommend a 1 to 2 work to rest ratio. So what this is gonna look like, you're gonna run for about 30 seconds to a minute, wherever you feel comfortable with, and then you're gonna match that with double of walking time. For a good example of what you maybe should be doing in week number 2, go ahead and pause that screen right here. Another awesome way to do some interval training, instead of timing it, if you don't have a watch on you or you get a little bit bored, you can always find a place that you want to run to ahead. So say you want to make it to that mailbox and then walk to the following mailbox, and just make it so you're getting your heart rate up a little bit with those runs and then letting yourself recover with those walks. Progressing on to week number 3, if you've been doing about 3 to 4 walk-run sessions, maybe it's time to start upping it to 5. So you have 2 days off, and then those 5 days you have those 30 to 40 minute walk-run sessions with those intervals. Now, the difference here, as well as adding a day, is making those intervals a little bit longer or shortening that rest. A great workout for week number 3 will be right here. Week number 4 is going to be just a very slight progression from week number 3. So making those intervals a little bit longer and the rest a little bit shorter, because the goal here is to get those runs closer and closer together, so eventually you won't need those walks for recovery. Additionally, you want to take one of your workout sessions and make it about 5 to 10 minutes longer, because eventually that will serve as your longer run for the week. And finally, an awesome workout for week number 4 will be right here. Now obviously this isn't a super specific running guide or running plan. For the sake of this video, I kept it brief, I kept it a little vague, but I hope it's still enough to kind of give you a guideline and a direction to go if you want to start running. That being said, before I end this video, there are 3 things that I really want to emphasize as you start running. The first thing I want to emphasize is patience. Running is hard and it takes a while for you and your body to get used to running and for running to start to feel comfortable. So you're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna wonder a lot, you know, why this isn't getting any easier, but I promise you it will get better and better. And that leads me to my next point. The second point that I really want to emphasize is consistency. You got to keep showing up every single day. When you keep showing up and keep stacking those bricks onto your foundational wall of your fitness and your running career, it's going to add up and running will eventually get easier, you'll get stronger, you'll get faster, and it'll become more and more enjoyable. The last thing that I want to emphasize for this video and as you start your running career is discipline. I really love talking about the difference between discipline and motivation. Sometimes you can feel unmotivated, but you can still have the discipline to get out the door and show up and put in the work for you, yourself, and your running journey. Discipline means waking up super early to get your run or walk in before you start your day so you can have time to tackle everything else you need to tackle still. Discipline is getting out the door, bundling up even when it's freezing cold out and everybody else is cuddled up around the fire drinking hot chocolate. Discipline is getting out the door anyway when you really aren't feeling like it. And that is the key here to consistency and then having that patience as well. Discipline that you have to keep showing up out the door is going to help you build your foundation and get stronger and be able to become the runner that you want to become today, every day, and in the future. I am so excited for you to start your running journey, and if you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. I would love to help you out. Also, feel free to check out any of my other videos on strength training, tips for new runners, etc. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I would love you to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video, but until then, good luck and happy running.